Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we discussed the important questions which can be asked in your final exams. So the last questions that we saw was answer the following questions in short. So in today's video we are going to look at some important questions from answer the following questions briefly or to the point. So from that I feel that the important question is, this is the one given, explain the tax policy of British rule in India. So, answer for that question is, during British rule in India, the rich paid about 8% of the national income as taxes, while the poor Indian were made to pay 15% of the national income. So, this was what we can say partiality. Because rich people are already rich, and in front of that they had to pay only the 8% of national income, whereas poor Indians are very poor and they were made to pay the 15% of the national income. High excise was collected on matches, sugar, steel and silver and all such commodities. So commodities means the goods like the sugar, steel, silver and many other commodities. On such products high excise was collected. Okay. Then second point is, though salt was easily available in India. You all know that salt is the cheapest thing in India, right? And salt is easily available in India, but still declaring the production of salt by Indians as illegal by the British, they monopolized salt trade and imported salt to India. Okay, what they did, the British, they said that the Indians are selling the illegal salt, and they monopolized. Monopolized means they take the agency of salt, and they were imported. Salt was imported to India by British. By levying high custom duties on Indian salt, they made salt more expensive for poor Indians. Then third point is, to protest against the high excise duties on salt, Gandhiji started the salt satyagraha with the Dandi March. You all know about the Dandi March. As the salt price was very high, then that's why the Gandhiji started the salt satyagraha with the Dandi March. The tax policy of British rule in India was discriminative. High duties up to 15% were imposed on cotton clothes exports from India, whereas the cotton clothes imports to India at much lower import tariff, only about 2.5%. So this was the discrimination that was made, because the goods which was imported to India, on that there was a lower import tariff, only 2.5%. But instead of that, 15% was imposed on the exports from India. So this is a kind of discriminative done by the British rule. Then high tax was collected on Indian products during the British rule. So they got more tax income and Indian products are sold less. Thus, the tax policy during British rule was so framed that benefited Britain more. So due to the high tax policy, British was the one who benefited more. Indians were not benefited from the British rule, tax rule. Okay. So this was the answer to the explain the tax policy of British rule in India. So there are two main points which are related with the salt. Salt prices was very high, even though salt was easily available to India. Then second point was high taxes was collected from Indians into the imports of the cotton clothes. Okay. So this was the answer to the tax policy of British rule in India. Then another question that I feel that is very important is, or which can be asked in your final exam or in any exam is, explain the Indian industries decade during the British rule. Decade means like vanished. Vanished means industries that was gone during the British rule. So answer to that question is, India was under the British rule before the Second World War. The English had established East India Company to trade and later to set up a power base in India. During 1750 to 1830, there was Industrial Revolution in England. The Britishers tried to establish and develop certain industries in which they were interested. India's traditional industries could not compete with the newly set up industries by the British. For example, the newly established textile industry was responsible for the decline of India's handloom industry. So, the industry was set up, newly established, new textile industry. That's the industry which was responsible for decline in the India's handloom industry. Handloom industry means which are done with our own hands. Okay, that is known as handloom industries. Foreign clothes and fiber were imported into India. The oil mills led to the decline of oil seeds, crushing cottage industries. The potters suffered a setback on account of the use of galvanized sheets of iron on roofs. The use of copper and brass utensils also adversely affected a lot of potters who were making earthenwares. Thus, the centuries-old handicraft industries declined during the British rule. So, due to the newly established textile industries, under the British rule, like our handicraft industries, handloom industries was declined. The British, who were adversely affected by the change, had to turn agriculture for employment. So, the Indian people had to again started focus on the agriculture for their employment because the industries were declining into the British rule. Hence, agriculture had to absorb surplus labor released by declining industries. More and more people became dependent on agriculture. So now Indian people had dependent on agriculture because industries was not working in British rule, was declining in British rule. Therefore, people had to depend on the agriculture for their employment or for the income, which caused disguised unemployment in this sector. Got it? Okay. So there are two main questions which I feel that is important in the answer the following questions briefly or to the point. Okay. So now we are going to stop here. In the next video, we would be discussing some important questions from the answer the following questions in detail. After that, we would be done with the chapter number 7. So if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.